Her hands were shaking when she said it. The words tumbled out between sobs, raw and trembling, like she was confessing a crime she wished she could undo. "I kissed my ex," she said, voice breaking. "It was a moment of weakness, and I regret it so much." I didn't react right away. My mind went blank, a rush of white noise filling my head. The cafe around us seemed to vanish, the clinking of cups, the low hum of chatter, all replaced by the sound of my heartbeat pounding in my ears. "You what?" finally whispered. She covered her face, crying harder. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to happen. It was just what?" My voice came out harsher than I intended. "Just a kiss. Just your ex." Her shoulders shook. She couldn't meet my eyes. For a moment, I thought about reaching across the table, grabbing her hand, asking why. But my body wouldn't move. My chest felt tight, like someone had tied a rope around it and was slowly pulling. When she finally looked up, her mascara was smudged, eyes red and swollen. "It didn't mean anything," she said quietly. "It was stupid. I was emotional and he showed up and you forgot I existed." She flinched. "No. I thought about you the second it happened. That's why I stopped it." I wanted to believe her. God, I did. But my mind kept replaying her words. I kissed my ex. I stared at the small silver spoon in my coffee cup, spinning it slowly, trying to calm my hands. The sound of metal against porcelain filled the silence between us. "How long ago?" I asked. 2 weeks, she whispered. "I was going to tell you sooner, but I didn't know how." 2 weeks. 2 weeks of laughing with me. Of lying beside me. Of acting like everything was fine. I leaned back, staring at her as if she were a stranger. "So all that time, the movie nights, the dinner, the morning texts, you were pretending nothing happened?" "I wasn't pretending," she said quickly. "I was trying to make things right again." Her logic twisted something inside me. "You don't make things right by lying," I said, my tone flat. She opened her mouth but didn't speak. Her hands were gripping the edge of the table, knuckles white. I studied her. The way her hair fell across her cheek, the small tremor in her lips, the way guilt softened her eyes. It hurt to realize I still loved her in that moment, even as every part of me screamed not to. I pushed my chair back and stood. "I need air." She reached for my wrist. "Please don't walk away. I told you because I didn't want to lose you." I looked down at her hand on mine. "You already did." Outside, the evening was cold. The air smelled faintly of rain, sharp and clean. I walked without direction, down the same street we used to stroll together after late dinners. My reflection followed me in the dark windows of shops, hollow-eyed and distant. I thought about all the times she'd told me I was safe with her, that she'd never hurt me like others had. I'd believed her so completely it scared me now. My phone buzzed in my pocket, her name flashing on the screen. I didn't answer. Then another message came. "Please just come back. Let's talk." "I'll do anything." Kept walking. The thing about betrayal is that it doesn't feel real at first. It's not an explosion. It's a slow, silent collapse. You stand in the wreckage, still trying to convince yourself the walls are intact. That night, I sat in my apartment, staring at my phone, rereading old texts. "Good night, I love you. You're my forever. I'm so lucky to have you." I laughed. Quietly, bitterly. A knock sounded on the door. I didn't have to look to know it was her. "Ryan," her voice cracked from the other side. "Please open the door." I didn't move. After a moment, I heard her crying softly. "I messed up, I know. But it was just a kiss. It didn't mean anything." Those words again, just a kiss. "Open the door." She looked smaller somehow, standing in the dim hallway light, face streaked with tears. "You don't get to decide what it means," I said. She stepped closer. "Then let me explain it. Please." I let her in, though every instinct screamed not to. She stood in the middle of the room, fidgeting with her sleeves, like she was afraid to touch anything. "I saw him at the reunion," she said softly. "We hadn't spoken in years. He apologized for how things ended. I was confused, I guess. I missed feeling understood. And I don't even know how it happened. It was over before I realized. You missed feeling understood, I repeated. And that made you forget me. Her voice wavered. No, I didn't forget you. That's why I stopped. Because I love you. Love. That word used to feel warm coming from her. Now it sounded like something fragile already cracked. I looked at her for a long time. You can't claim love as an excuse for betrayal, I said quietly. Love means stopping before it even begins. She cried harder, collapsing onto the couch. I'll do anything. I'll go to therapy, I'll prove it to you. Just don't end this. I wanted to comfort her, to hold her. But I couldn't. I'd built too much on trust, and she'd shattered it in one night. I don't know if I can, I said finally. Her voice dropped to a whisper. Then what do you want me to do? I looked toward the window. Outside, the rain had started again, tapping gently against the glass. I want to believe you didn't mean to hurt me, I said. But I don't think I can forget that you did. She covered her face, sobbing quietly. I sat across from her, silent, feeling something inside me closing off. Minutes passed like hours. When she finally stood, her voice was barely a whisper. If you change your mind. I didn't answer. The door clicked shut behind her. For a while I sat in the dark, listening to the rain. My chest ached, but there was also relief, like I'd been holding my breath for too long and finally exhaled. Love isn't supposed to feel like this, I thought. It's supposed to be steady, not fragile enough to crumble with one kiss. But then again, maybe that's what love really is. A risk. A blind step into someone else's arms, hoping they won't let you fall. She let me fall. And for the first time I decided I wouldn't wait for her to catch me.